Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician 84 here, and welcome to Q&A number 163. To be honest, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do an episode this week, just because I've been a bit miserable and just down in the dumps these last couple of days, but I'd say I'm alright now. So yeah, let's just kick this off. First questions are from Gungner. He seems to have taken over from Matt and Alison Welch for being the one to get in questions first. 1. How did you like my new Edison deck? Don't want to spoil it to anyone yet. Well, I think it's fine since it's been a week now. But yeah, for those who haven't seen it, it was Endymion. And of course I don't mean the pendulum version, because obviously they didn't exist in 2010, but yeah, I really liked it a lot. It was my first time playing against the old Endymion deck. I mean, it's really cool. Alright, yeah, it can suffer from consistency issues, but you know, when it goes off, it really goes off, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. I just wonder how it'll do against Rainbow Neos. 2. Assuming Joey would have won fair and square against Odeon in Battle City, how would it have changed the entire Battle City saga? Well, assuming there would have been a way, it's unlikely that Yami Marek would have made his presence known. Not right away, anyway. But I don't know how things would have played out. Regarding the duel between Mai and Marek. Thus, we need to think about the plan to convince everyone that Odeon is Marek. I mean, would it have even got to a point where he'd try and bring out the fake winged dragon of Ra? Of course, the only way there could be a turnabout is if Joey didn't draw those spells. I'm trying to think what he could have drawn to turn the tide of the duel. The only thing I can think of is Time Wizard. So here's how the scenario would happen. Now, if I remember correctly, Odeon did drop to 200 life points. I'm pretty sure he was below 500. So, all of the monsters Joey had got wiped out. So, let's just say in this situation, he would draw into Time Wizard, summon it, and you know, he calls it correctly. Mystical Beast of Skirk, it gets destroyed, and then Joey attacks the game with Time Wizard. That's the only plausible way I could think of that he could get out of that situation. So, and at that point it wouldn't get to a point where Marek wouldn't say, "Wait, Odeon, bring out the winged dragon of Ra and finish Wheeler off with him." So yeah, it wouldn't come to that. And then um, I guess the disguise plan thing would sort of fall apart. I mean, again, um, you know, Joey would uh, just loudly proclaim that it's not Marek and it can't be, and Yugi suspects that he's right as well. Um, and I guess at this point, would Odeon even try and deny it? I don't even know. Um, I mean, it would be kind of hard to deny it. I'm trying to think if Odeon would be hesitant to admit the truth. Um, it would then look pretty obvious that Marek is losing his cool, um, and then he'd be exposed right there and then. Um, uh, um, and then I'm not quite sure what would happen here. I mean, I guess he wouldn't turn into Yami Marek. Um, I mean, maybe it would play out in a way that we don't get to see him at all. Um, I mean, I don't know if he'd invoke any shadow games in his normal form. Yeah, I wish I did more preparation before doing this episode. So, since I'm kind of put on the spot now. Um, I mean, one way or another, for the sake of the plot, Marek's duels would probably go the same way. Um, I, I can't think of another situation where Yami Marek would come out. I mean, then again, maybe he'd get so angry that Odeon failed that he'd just flip, and then Yami Marek would come out that way, and you know, the arc would carry on the same way, only Odeon wouldn't be unconscious. Um, I mean, there could even be a point where Yami Marek would just attack Odeon anyway and just knock him out. Um, so yeah, it's really tricky to say. Um, but yeah, if Yami Marek doesn't come out, then either Joey would end up defeating him legitimately, or Yugi still would. But I feel like there'd be some of a plot where Joey might end up losing legitimately to Marek. But yeah, that's pretty much how it would go about. 3. Assuming Bakura defeated Marek in the Shadow Games and won the Winged Dragon of Ra and the Millennium Rod, how would things have turned out? Then only 3 duelists would remain. Well, interestingly, I actually already covered this in my What If series on the Team Sorcerers channel. What if Yami Bakura defeated Yami Marek? Although I don't think I took the Millennium Rod into account. But yeah, I guess he would take it, but maybe um, I don't know if he'd get a chance to use it. I mean, maybe Yugi would find a way to protect everyone. Um, and it also depends what would happen to good Marek as well. Um, I mean, I guess he would get his body back, but then I feel like there'd be a scenario where they duel again, um, and Marek would uh, win in that situation, and then good Marek would be in the semi-finals, and then he would play honourable duels. At least I'm pretty sure that's what I said. If you want to know more information on this scenario, I can just link you to that video. I think it's been a few months since I did it now. And then there's a fourth question. I hope you and Emma liked my video that I sent you. I hope it was not too private that I took the materials for it. No, not at all. I mean, you are able to see them on my Facebook anyway, so honestly, it is not a problem. And as I said to you through private message, we both absolutely loved that video you did for us. So thanks very much, my friend. It was really sweet. Next questions are from John Cross. Before answering my questions, happy Halloween. And you, even though it's now 5 days past Halloween now. 1. If you had a pet dragon, which one would it be? Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Blue Eyes White Dragon, or Tyrant Dragon? I think because I'm that much of an old school fan, I would choose the Blue Eyes White Dragon, most definitely. 2. Apple or banana? Apple. 3. Ant or wild hog? I'm assuming this is a would you rather question, like would I rather be an ant or a hog, but I'm gonna choose a hog, I think, because I'm pretty sure they last longer than ants and can eat a lot more. 4. Frankenstein or a warlock? Oh, definitely a warlock, definitely. I'd love to walk around and have the ability to use some advanced spells. 5. If you were going to make a book, what would you call the title of it? Well, it depends what I'd write a book about. I guess it would be an autobiography, and maybe just make it something simple, like the life of the Dark Richician. That's the best I can think of. And the last questions are from Matt and Alison Welch, or should I say Johnny Knoxville? Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass Edition Questions. 1. Out of all the different Jackass clips I've sent in our group chats to have a good giggle, which one do you think was the most painful stunt? Well, it's hard to remember every single one, so I've only got the recent ones to work with. See, I was going to say the wasabi one, but then last night you sent the one with the mattress, so I'm going to say the mattress. And also the wasabi one ended up just being gross. 2. Out of all the stunts you have seen in the Jackass clips, which one did you find to be the funniest one? Uh, I guess the one with the jet engine just blowing them all over the place. Yeah. 3. If Konami decided to make a whole archetype on the show Jackass, do you think it would involve monsters just hurting themselves? I guess it would, and then they'd get positive effects, but then again, we kind of have archetypes that sort of do that already in a way, just having them destroy themselves to do something. We have Yang Zings, we have Rockets, we have Fire Kings, we have various dinosaur monsters, we have True King monsters. Um, um, but I guess it would still be an interesting concept. Having monsters destroyed, but get some sort of positive effect that would benefit you in some way or another. But I don't know how to make it different and unique from um, the other archetypes I've just listed. Um, but either way, the answer to that question is yes. And that's it for questions in this episode. Thanks very much for your guys' questions. And if you've got any other questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments section down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Tuesday afternoon or evening, UK time, so be sure to get your questions in before then, so that you don't miss out. Thanks again, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.